Welcome in. Tuesday edition of No One to Blame. Kev, what a wild weekend. I know everyone just got the news of that college football playoff.
Yeah.
We have got a lot to talk about, man. A lot to talk about. Before we get there, let's pay the bills. Kev, hit him with the show sponsor.
Yeah, I got Altered Grounds Landscaping, area's top professional landscaping company. They're a family-owned and operated business serving St. Louis and the Metro East for 20 plus years. Their mission is to make your home or business stand out from the rest. They offer free consultations year-round. Get $300 off your project of $3,000 or more with code AGNOTB. That's code AGNOTB. They're also booking pools for the 2025 season. So if you're having any thoughts about getting a pool for the next summer, stay ahead of the game and contact them for your 2025 pool projects. Muted. You're muted.
I muted myself. My bad. We're also brought to you by Kayak Pools. Kayak Pools, the hassle-free pool experience that empowers customers to turn their own backyard into a fun and relaxing family destination. Summer's over, guys. We've been talking about this every single show. It is now time to start thinking about that 2025 pool. If you are in the Midwest, if you're in the Western New York area, Altered Grounds in the Midwest, Kayak Pools, Western New York, everywhere in between, they've got you covered, man. You guys are going to be thawing out till what, April or May? You got a lot of time to think about this, man. Yep. I know in Charleston it's been freezing. I think it dipped below 50 degrees, Kev. I've been freezing. Yep. Either way, No One to Blame's got you covered with the pools. We're also brought to you by Dubby. Dubby is a game-changing energy drink made with clean, high-quality ingredients designed to give you a smooth energy boost without the crash. They also offer an electrolyte drink to help you keep hydrated throughout the day. Ready to try that? Click the link in our bio. Use promo code DUE, D-U-E. Get 10% off your first purchase at dubby.gg. Promo code DUE, D-U-E. 10% off your first purchase. Guys, we're also brought to you by Sons of Erie. Not going to go too long-winded right now, but hit up Sons of Erie, man. Sons of Erie is dedicated to transforming your spaces with striking, affordable art that serves as the finishing touch. Their pieces are designed to make a bold statement and become the focal point of any room. They feature a diverse collection of artworks from talented artists. Sons of Erie offers art to decorate an apartment, man cave, personal, office space. Yes, I ripped that right from the website. They are the best, guys. Go see them. Go see them. They're our guys. They're our people. If you guys know Student Body Right, Leslie, what's going on?
Actually, I think this is my brother-in-law here. Yeah, my boy Hick and Alter Grounds jumping on their sponsorship. Yeah, man, got them locked in. Go check them out on Instagram, website, man. They got great stuff. Great stuff.
It's snowing out there. They're doing residential. They're doing businesses. Snow removal is huge in the Midwest, St. Louis, Metro East area. Hit them up. Free consultations, man. You have nothing to lose. Then hit them with the AGNOTB, $300 off. Project $3,000 or more.
$3,000 or more.
Kev, Hayes in the barn, man. I have got a bone to pick. I've got a bone to pick. How are they gonna put Alabama as number 11 and therefore in the bracket? How are they doing this? What is the justification?
You knew it was going to happen. Let's be honest.
That's trash.
It's the Saban, the shadow of Saban, right? It's the lure of Alabama. Me personally, I would have rather seen Miami, South Carolina, hell, even Ole Miss. I'd rather watch any of them three teams play than watch Jalen Milroe run around and not be able to throw the football. That's just my personal opinion. And that's coming from a Clemson fan. So I would rather see South Carolina in before Bama. So,
dude, 1,000%, 1,000%. Yeah. I mean, how are they not putting in Miami? How are they not putting in Ole Miss? Like, Dude, change the record with Alabama right now. They're messing this up right now.
Yeah.
They have a lot of games to play. Nine conference championship games this weekend with some implications. This bracket is not set in stone right now.
ILL
Movement, man.
Yeah.
I've got
I know there's my brother-in-law now. He's got the Illinois in the chat. That's
what
what you know
about
it's
the
getting deep.
Illini? What about the Illini?
Nope, they're a little too far down that list.
Where did they rank the 21? Yeah, that was tough, man. But they looked good early this year, man.
Yeah.
How fun was it betting on the Illini this year?
They were a fun watch, man.
That team was electric, man. Who's their head coach right now?
Well, what?
Complete blank.
It was Lovie Smith, but it's the guy from Wisconsin, or Ted. Get in the chat. He knows it. The Wisconsin guy, Brett Bielema.
Yes.
Oh,
wait, no, Arkansas. He was the Arkansas head coach.
Yeah. He was at either Wisconsin or Nebraska before that. I can't remember.
Nebraska. Yep.
You get Nebraska and Wisconsin mixed up. The red.
Yeah, Bielema. I remember a Moo Pig Sue, man. I remember. not
everybody
not a good time
up.
for him.
Yeah. Not a good look.
Not a good time for him there. I don't know, man. Anything in these rankings kind of throw you off a little bit? I mean, do you have them in front of you? I can read them off.
I've got. Go ahead and read what you got, because I'll see if it matches up with what I've got.
Well, I'll give you the top.
I'll give you the top 12.
Yeah, I'll give you the top 12. It doesn't paint the whole picture, but because you got a team like Arizona State right now is technically the 12th seed in the bracket, but they're ranked 15.
Yeah.
Right. But Oregon is 1, Texas is 2, Penn State, Notre Dame, Georgia at 5, Ohio State at 6, Tennessee at 7, SMU at 8, Indiana at 9, Boise State at 10, Bama at 11, which nope. Miami at 12, Ole Miss 13, South Carolina at 14, and then Arizona State at 15. But hey, Arizona State's got a big game this weekend against Iowa State.
Yep.
And,
I think Arizona State -2, I think is what I seen.
That's right.
In that one.
Shout out
you got
Don's in the chat, and he was saying Wisconsin and Arkansas. Hey, we were both right. There we go. Dude, so there's nine of these games. Place small wagers on all of them because it's championship week. This is what we do. We'll go over some of them, but that's a big game, dude. And that is actually they're playing it at AT&T in Arlington. I don't understand why they're not playing in Arizona State. Get the home team advantage. Why? So half of these games are being played at home. Half of these games are being played on like neutral
are
sites.
they?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
I don't understand why. Yeah.
Because Clemson SMU's in Charlotte, right?
That's right. Yep.
Where's Texas and Georgia
at? They're going to be in Atlanta.
What about the Penn State Oregon game?
Indianapolis.
Yeah, Arizona. I like
both
Clemson underdog money line. Clemson
plus 115 money line dog. Yep. Go get that now, because I think that line's going to come down, dude. Clemson's got to win. Clemson has to. SMU can take a loss here, and they're probably still going to be in, dude. Yeah. SMU's probably going to be in no matter what happens here.
You think if SMU gets throttled, that changes anything, or no?
What's throttled? What's throttled? 30?
Let's say it's 42-10, 42-13 or something.
I think they're still in, man.
Okay.
I think they're still in. I think
man, I cannot believe.
Why isn't BYU playing for this Big 12 championship? Just too many teams. Like they had the better strength of schedule. I thought. I don't know the tiebreakers on that, but dude, I wanted BYU. Dude, at one point in time, wasn't BYU ranked like 4?
Yeah, they were in the top 5. Yeah,
I wanted to see
I'm
BYU in here.
This still throws me for a loop when I look at the rankings compared to the bracket. I don't know.
Dude, I'm not gonna even sit here and pretend like I understand the bracket.
I still don't like
when you start to
Penn
look
State
at
at 3.
But Penn State's at 3, but they're in the 5th position in the bracket, right? Now,
I don't know.
Let's roll down the
Only
games
got
this
one
week.
loss.
Let's roll down the games this weekend because a lot of these teams are playing, and we're gonna have.
You
some
got them, or you want me to roll them?
No, I got them. I got them. I bet them. I'll tell you where they're at, who they're playing. I'll tell you who I'm taking. Army is getting 5 points right now at home to Tulane at West Point. Now I know the Green Wave has been a good story, but last week I believe it was either on Thursday or Friday. Memphis went into Tulane. Dude, they put it on them. I teased Memphis plus 19.5 in the over, which I think was like 48.5. That hit. And Memphis outright. I mean, Memphis, they could play. They actually ranked 25th now because of that win. But Army at home plus 5, dude, it's going to be like 30 degrees. I mean,
give me Army.
Dude, I'm telling you, my little sprinkle on the money line, dude. Army could take that home. The Army's ranked 24. I mean, where do they end up? If they win that game, dude, they could be a top 15. They're not going to end up in the college football playoff. It would be amazing. But what would they have to beat them by to end up there? Like,
there ain't enough. I don't think so.
Not even a little bit, huh?
No, I think they're on the outside looking in.
I mean, what, they have one loss?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure their strength of schedule is obviously. I mean, their only losses to Notre Dame.
Yeah, and that wasn't a pretty game, was it?
They throttled East Carolina, throttled UAB, beat Florida Atlantic. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Army plus 5 at home. That is one of my favorite bets out of the 9. Jacksonville State minus 3.5. And they are at home. I didn't write this down.
Minus 3.5. What are you trying to figure out?
They're at home versus Western Kentucky. Now, there's an angle here. Not only is Jackson, I've been on Western Kentucky 2 out of the last 3 weeks, and I went 1-1 with them. So I've actually watched them a little bit. But this Jacksonville State team has been good all year, and Rich Rod is coaching. Yeah, remember that name, Rich Rod?
So go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna go ahead. I think you're going where I'm gonna go. Go ahead. You're good. Roll with it.
He wants to finish strong. And they're minus 3.5. I think the book wants you to take the 3.5 with Western Kentucky here. I think Jacksonville State might not be the most popular side. I'm gonna lay it with them in home and Alabama. Yeah, it's not Jacksonville, Florida. It's Jacksonville, Alabama, for everyone wondering. Rich Rod wants to go out on top, and I think he's going to go take that West Virginia job, dude. And I think he loves to take on these projects, and I think that he is going to go back to West Virginia, and I think he's going to reignite that program. May not be the boldest prediction, but I'm saying it right here, dude. That's what I think is going to happen. And this is a statement game.
Exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah. I mean, big vacant open in West Virginia in football this year. What a disappointment they were, man.
Well, also another angle I was listening to today, Rich Rod was there when McAfee was there at West Virginia.
Is that right? Was it that long ago?
Yeah, and McAfee's got, he's feeding that money into West Virginia now.
Oh, millions. It's public.
Yeah, so,
100%, dude.
Rich Rod is probably McAfee's guy, so.
As soon as Rich Rod takes that job, he will be on Pat McAfee's show too.
Oh,
hey, I don't
he's going to announce it.
Yeah, you're probably right. So for a lot of people that don't know, I don't know if we've talked about this. Every week, Pat McAfee does something where a guest will go and shoot a free throw This week, they had to make 8 out of 23 pointers. And if they do, they usually give 25 people
30 guests
$500.
or whatever. Yep.
Right. This week, they did 30 people $500.
Yep.
I stumbled upon this on X, Twitter, like, I don't know, 3 weeks ago. And I mentioned Kevin. What you have to do is you have to retweet it. You have to say something nice in the comments and like it. And there's several stipulations you have to do. Well,
Your
boom,
payment
next week. Yeah. Your payment method via Venmo. Dude, next week, Kevin and I, for people listening, people watching, people listening, Kevin and I both hit $500, right? And
Same
we're like,
show.
what are the odds in this? Hundreds of thousands of people, same show. Kevin and I, boom. And he paid us.
Yep.
Right? IRS
Venmo came through.
dude.
Yeah.
Dude, the following week, if you guys are watching, no one to blame. Jake comes on Sundays. Jake wins it. What are the chances of that happening, dude?
No one to blame. Do champions.
No one to blame, baby.
Running the McAfee show.
Gotta love it. Okay. So I'm on Jacksonville State -3.5. That's also, I have 3 of these bets out of the 9 that are my favorite. Army +5, Jacksonville State -3.5 are 2 of them. So we got Boise State at home on the Smurf turf to UNLV. Boise State is laying 4 points. I'm laying it with Boise State, dude. UNLV can kick rocks. Boise State's got a lot to prove here. They wanted Gentry to show out. They want to be in this college football playoff. If they lose this game to UNLV, I'm not sure Boise State's in.
So the only thing I'm going back here to look right now. This was the game earlier in the year. So UNLV's defense is tough, and they held Genty. Well, they held him to 128 yards. He's still getting his. But
Isn't that crazy, dude?
It took him 33 carries to get 128 yards, which for him is that's a low bar for him. So they actually kind of kept him in check. So that'll be an interesting game. But yeah, to your point, if they lose that one, man, that's a hit. That's a big hit for them.
So they beat them at UNLV 29-24. Now, I'm pretty sure the UNLV quarterback that came in, I don't know his name. He came in at the big resurgence. I think they smoked someone first game. So he goes, I don't even know where Boise is on a map. So he's giving these guys the fuel already, dude. Good. Boise went into UNLV, beat them by 5. They might beat them by 2 touchdowns at home, dude.
I see Genty going off. Yeah,
come on, dude. This is a show-out game. Once again, dude, if Boise State loses this game, and they're not a winner of their conference, and now they're a 2-loss team, are they in the college football playoff? Probably not.
Who goes in then? Who's that?
Dude, I don't know how to go that far with it now.
You'd have South Carolina, you'd have Ole Miss. They were all 3-loss SEC teams, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think shit.
Man, I don't think State's been in that mix all year, man. That would suck.
They gotta win it, dude. They gotta win. Right. A 2-loss Boise State team, I don't think is enough, especially losing the conference championship. I don't think it's enough. Let's see. 2-loss teams that are outside right now. Okay. Miami. You could start there.
No.
Right.
I know a lot of people are, Miami late season has not looked good. The last 3 games have not been good, but man, I don't want to face that offense if I'm in. I mean, dude, Cam Ward, Chuck, their defense is terrible, but
yeah,
I tend to.
That
like
was a
Miami.
Tough loss, though, dude. I mean, Syracuse, that quarterback for Syracuse can chuck it, but dude, give me a break. You got to win that game. Yeah. That is, what's his coach's name? Monty Cristobal.
Yeah.
Dude, that dude, he sucks.
He's on the hot seat every year. Every year he's on the hot seat.
Yeah. So I gotta tell you, Kev, BYU at 10-2, I would put them in over a 2-loss Boise State team.
I haven't watched it probably enough of either one of them to say one way or the other.
Yeah, it's fair enough. So if Clemson wins, Clemson's 10-3. Boise State loses, they're 11-2. You put in Clemson or Boise State?
Well, Clemson wins, they're in. They win the ACC.
That's true. That's true.
That's the only way Clemson's getting in, probably.
Yeah.
All right, we got Dan. We got Dan in the
ahead.
chat. Let's see what he's up to. College football is screwy. It's hard to figure out. I just can't believe the Gamecocks beat Clemson. Hey,
yeah, Dan,
I can't figure it out either, Dan. I can't figure it out either. I'm just here for the games.
You got to carry the 1, subtract the 2, times it
cut it in
by
half.
all 9 of the cream. Yeah. You'll get there, though. After this week, we'll be there, right? All right, let's keep it moving with these other games, Kev. So Boise State -4 on the Smurf turf to UNLV. I'm laying the 4 points. Iowa State +2. It's an away game, Arizona State, but they're playing in Arlington at AT&T. I'm taking Iowa State in the 2 points, dude. Arizona State just put it on Arizona rivalry week. They've been surging.
Yeah.
I just don't think – I think it's a year too soon. I think that Iowa State –
I like Arizona State.
Oh, show bet?
No. I am not doing Iowa State and Arizona State. Get the fuck out of here. Is this a basketball game or a football game?
Dude,
no.
You lose. You got to dress as a devil. Okay. And if
I can't tell the difference in them two teams with the color schemes anyway. So no, absolutely not. That'd be the worst show bet ever. Iowa State, Arizona.
Dude,
State
you dressed up as a devil. That would be the best. Anyways, okay. We got the MAC championship in Detroit, dude. Ohio at Miami of Ohio. They're playing in a dome. I'm taking Ohio plus the 3 points here. Huge rivalry game. This team was not supposed to be in the MAC championship this good, but they are just rolling. I'm going to take Ohio plus the 3 versus Miami, Ohio.
Yep, I like Ohio.
Big one in Atlanta. Texas is a -2.5 point favorite in Atlanta to Georgia. I'm laying the 2.5 with Texas in a revenge spot. I know that it's in Atlanta. Texas travels, dude.
Texas will travel. Yeah,
they're gonna travel. In a revenge spot here. I think Georgia's a little more vulnerable.
I'm not a fan of this Georgia team, so give me Texas.
Dude, Carson Beck sucks. Someone might have been Pardon My Take today. One of the guys on Pardon My Take, it was from Monday's episode, was talking about, it might have been memes, was talking about how Carson Beck had some Josh Allen attributes.
No, what? They said it was kind of like it it was like nothing skill set related, nothing.
I got so mad so fast.
It was like basically like he has a little bit of that fuck it. I'm just gonna chuck it type. Like that's kind of what they were saying.
Yeah,
I don't know. Wasn't a very good analogy, but I got what he was trying to say, but
no.
Well, I know a Bills fan ain't gonna get that. No, that's
no. And what memes is he's a Jets fan too, so he's all because I think they were talking about maybe Carson Beck going to the Jets, right? Isn't that what it was?
Yeah, probably.
Loser. All right, ULL, the Raging Cajuns are -5.5. They're at home to Marshall. I'm laying the 5.5 with ULL. The Raging Cajuns, they have been just a wagon this year. Marshall can score. This is just not a good spot for him. I think ULL wants to finish out what's been a good year for them on top. I'm going to lay the 5.5 points.
Unless Randy Moss and Chad Pennington are coming out of retirement, no, Raging Cajuns.
Nice references. This is a good one here, dude. Clemson versus SMU in Charlotte. Charlotte, guys, I don't know if you're listening. This would be an awesome game to go to. I am taking Clemson plus 115 in the money line. It's my third best bet out of these 9. Must-win game for Clemson here, man. And, Dabo is going to get Dabo, whatever you want to call him. He's going to get these guys going. I think SMU can lose and get in, and they're fine. A 2-loss SMU team, I think, is going to get in over a 3-loss whoever, and there's not many. I still think that they get in over Miami, maybe. I don't know. That's tough. Either way, I think this is Clemson's game. And I mean, this is a hop, skip, and a jump away from Clemson, too. Was it like a 2-hour drive?
Yep, a couple hour. That
So
place
I'm
will
gonna,
be orange for sure.
yeah. Last one. Penn State is getting 3.5 points versus Oregon in Indianapolis. I'm taking Penn State plus 3.5 here.
Ooh.
And yeah, Oregon has just been dominant, right?
Yeah.
Penn State, though, Penn State wins this, dude. They could potentially get a number 1 seed in the college football playoff.
That is insane.
Massive, right?
That's insane.
I don't even watch this team and you're like,
no, all year I have not even thought Penn State was any good. I thought they kind of just hung around, didn't play anybody, hung around, and then
yeah, I may regret this one.
Oregon. Yeah,
this is the one that I was most shaky about. Oregon is a very proud program. They'd want to win this college football playoff undefeated. You know what I mean? It's their first year in the Big Ten, right? Dude, how about this? How about this?
Quack, quack.
Quack, quack, quack. Conference realignment, dude. SMU in the championship, Oregon in the championship, Arizona State in the championship, and Texas in the championship, dude. Conference realignment has been awesome. It has been awesome.
Yeah. You know something else I heard today that was a little bit off topic, but when talking ACC, when Florida State went to ACC, and wanted the money divvied up based off of basically how good you were, and now they were dead last.
Dead last.
The ACC.
I love it, dude.
It's just
awesome. My God.
Oh yeah, love it.
I watched that first game of the year in Charlotte with the Charlotte crew. We were all on Georgia Tech. We were up at the pool. They got the outside TVs. Georgia Tech puts it on Florida State. What was it? It was in Ireland or something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was incredible. What a start for them, eh? Absolutely incredible. Dude, we're gonna transition to NFL here in a second, but do you have any closing thoughts on college football? I mean, it's been an awesome year, dude. I've loved the conference realignment.
I love the parity. All the blue bloods are gonna hate it if Ole Miss, these SEC teams aren't getting in, but we're talking about the 12th through the 16th ranked teams getting into a playoff, where before we were talking about, a top 5 team not getting in is a tougher argument than, somebody who's 14, 15, giving them a shot. Hey, dude, if you had 3 losses and you don't get in, dude, that's on you. That's 3 losses.
Yep.
So I don't want to hear too much. I mean, they're going to argue, they're going to complain. I get it, but
always
once the games start up, hey, let's roll, dude. It'll be awesome.
Oh, dude, this is going to be incredible. And I know you and I were looking at the schedule, and the schedule leaks out until like the 3rd week of January now. I think the championship's like on the January 20th now. There's going to be some amazing college football to start 2025. And then you got the NFL playoffs right around the same time. It's going to be absolutely incredible.
Loaded. All right, we got somebody.
People are scared to change, dude. People are always so scared to change, and there's always going to be someone getting snubbed, no matter how many teams you put it in there.
First round games on the school's campuses are going to be awesome. Yeah,
absolutely
great. Dude, you give them home games and huge games. Like, it's going to be like college game day at every campus. They're just going to be nuts.
Right.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be insane in the amount of revenue that they're bringing in. Dude. It's going to be awesome.
All right, that it for college. Are we ready to move on, or we got anything else?
Yeah, I was gonna talk about the bracket and the potential matchups. It's probably gonna change. It might not even be worth the breath, but where it stands right now, 4 teams on bye would be Oregon, Texas, SMU, and Boise State. They'd all be in the quarterfinals right now. Arizona State would play Penn State for a chance to play Boise State.
Woof.
right?
Arizona
tough
State,
there.
Penn State.
Penn
I don't
State's
like
winning
one.
that one. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
But I don't think Arizona State's winning this weekend, so that one's going to be flipped.
No.
Now, dude, this next game, this is going to be incredible, dude. Tennessee plays Ohio State for a chance to play Oregon.
At Tennessee?
That's amazing.
At Tennessee, right? Or no?
It's in Ohio State right now.
At Ohio State?
State. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, dude, you got Bama, Notre Dame in Notre Dame for a chance to play SMU. And then you got Indiana at Georgia for a chance to play Texas.
Those warm Southern schools going to the cold. Yep.
No more hiding in those domes for those top 4 teams, dude.
Yeah, definitely.
Come on up to the cold. Hey, and let's not. It's cold down here, anyways. But dude, up north, man, it's gonna be. Woo. Hey, we saw it. Everyone saw Sunday Night Football, didn't they? Everyone saw what happened on Sunday Night Football, baby. Bills. Kev, before we get into the NFL, man, why don't you go ahead? We're talking about that snow. We're talking about that cold. Why don't we hit him with a little altered ground snow removal?
Yep. Any commercial snow removal, they got you. Yeah, don't get caught slipping this winter. They're taking new clients for their commercial snow removal for the 2024. They can be reached at 618-972-9632. That's 618-972-9632. Or you can check them out at altergroundslandscaping.com. Check them out on Instagram. Any commercial snow removal, hit them up. Alter Grounds Landscaping. Got you covered.
Residential too, eh?
Snow removal, I'm not sure. They probably stick to commercial.
All. They do it all. That's all I know, Kev.
Right price. Everybody's got
the right price. They're doing it all, baby. NFL recap. Kev, we don't recap every game. We recap our best bets. We're going to go over some noteworthy stuff. How did your best bets go on Sunday, my man?
Best bets did not go great. Went 1-3 on my best bets. The only one I hit was Seattle -1.
1-2, right?
1-2 on my best bets.
Okay.
Is that what I said? Hit Seattle at Jets -1. These unders are killing me, dude. Unders are killing me. Between show bets, between Pittsburgh Cincy under 47.
Dude, stay away from that.
One-sided. I know better than to bet
you
the
went
unders.
Back to the well, dude.
Well, the Pittsburgh defense. That was the play, man.
Nope.
It wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Was not. Was not. The problem is.
England.
I don't mean to interrupt you. The problem, stay on that game real quick. The problem is that Cincinnati's defense is so bad. It is so bad.
Didn't think they were going to give up 44 to Russ in Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Nobody did. That was the highest scoring. That was the highest scoring game this year, I believe, dude. In the NFL.
It might have been.
I'm 60% sure that is accurate, dude.
So. Half the time, 60%, right?
Dude, Cincinnati is 4th on my defensive ratings chart, 1 point behind Dallas. That's how bad they have been. I actually added a new column just for Jake. I don't think Jake's watching right now, but I added in defensive DVOA. I am not about to explain that to everyone because I don't fully understand it, but it is an incredible metric.
Just know the number. Yep.
Just know it. And Cincinnati.
And if Cincinnati wasn't so bad, Joe Burrow would be your MVP right now. I mean,
he's so having an awesome year, man. Joe Burrow is playing so well. Now he did have he threw one pick.
The fumble.
He had 2 fumbles.
Yeah, that one killed
2 fumbles. That was the problem in my opinion. But that pick wasn't even his fault. But the one fumble got returned for a touchdown, I believe. The points off of turnovers I know were a lot. But dude, where is he at this year? Regular season, he's thrown for 3,337 yards, 30 touchdowns, and 5 picks this year, dude.
That's crazy, man.
That's unreal. The dude is balling out. Now, part of that though, Kev, if they weren't down as much as they were, and he'd have to throw as much, I mean, would those numbers?
That always
numbers are the numbers.
Yeah.
Right. Numbers are the numbers, but they're 4-8, dude. I think the numbers are a little skewed. If they were 8-4, I don't think he's throwing for almost 3,400 yards because they'd be toting the rock a little bit more, right?
Yep.
Dude, Pittsburgh 9-3. 9-3. I thought, dude, I was hell bent on Pittsburgh finishing last in this division. I hated their quarterbacks. Ooh, do you think Bengals fire Zach Taylor?
Maybe a little too soon, but
one more year?
No. Now, here we go. The question is, does anybody know how much money's left in his contract? Because the Bengals are the cheapest franchise in the NFL. He is not going to pay 2 coaches. So that might tell you the whole story. If he's got years left on his deal, I don't think they'll fire him.
Through 26.
They won't fire him then, I don't think. And here we go. If
Ben Johnson wants that job. So I saw Ben Johnson circulating about Chicago.
I heard that.
Now going in division is kind of risky if you're a coordinator. How many times has that happened?
Be interesting because he already came out and said like he's not just going to go. He wants to go to the right spot. He's fine being a coordinator, but money talks. So
Leslie, it's funny you say that. The Bills' offensive coordinator Joe Brady was he was Joe Burrow's offensive coordinator at LSU as well. Yeah. That is, I think Joe Brady would be the one that ends up in Cincinnati, Leslie.
Here it is. He's going to pick his job, whatever he wants. Yeah, he's going to be top. He's going to be the top guy, I think. He's going to get first choice.
Yeah. So, okay, Kev, let's pose the question. If you are choosing between Cincy and Chicago, where are you going? That's a tough choice.
Tough division.
Where are you going, Leslie?
That's Ted, by the way. I think he's using his wife's account.
Oh, sorry, Ted.
That's 2 tough divisions you're entering. Playing in the cold weather in both of them, outdoors. You got a rookie quarterback. You got Burrow. Bears defense is a little bit better, obviously. Man.
I think I'm going Chicago.
If you go win in Chicago, you're like king, man.
I think I'm going Chicago, dude. I know that division's hard, but dude, the AFC North might be just a smidge more difficult than the NFC North.
I don't know. You got maybe
the Bengals defense. Bengals defense is so bad, though. I mean, what is he going to do? So they're going to score 50 every single game and give up 40. Like I don't know, man.
I think I'd go to Chicago because if you win in Chicago,
and here's the other thing, dude. Man. Okay, they got DJ Moore, they got Roma Dunze, right? Keenan Allen's not going to be there long term. Now we just talked about how cheap. We just talked about how cheap the Bengals are. Higgins is gone, right?
Yeah, right here. Both teams are endorsing Pete.
Exactly. So if Cincy is that cheap, dude, I'm going to Chicago. I just am. I mean,
yeah. Higgins is gone. Are they going to pay Chase also in the next couple of years?
They have to pay Chase. They have to, dude. The fans will burn the stadium down.
Yeah, wouldn't be the first time.
You know it. I know it.
Done it there.
So you hit on Seattle, dude. I remember. So I clipped it on our show. I don't have it in here to show everyone, but someone was in our chat on Sunday because both you and Jake had Seattle -1, and someone said, "Isn't Seattle a square bet?" Maybe, but dude,
that was your answer.
I mean, there you go. I mean, the Jets, dude,
and the flukiest start to that game.
The Jets were rolling, dude.
They fumbled back-to-back kickoffs. They fumbled back-to-back kickoff. That doesn't happen. Like,
didn't the Jets run a kickoff back too?
I think so.
Now,
It might have
mind
just
you,
been a
I was
fumble recovery.
not watching that game. That was not one of the games on the
Oh,
quad
no.
box that I was watching. Had higher priorities, but dude, I'm just loving watching this tire fire that is the New York Jets, dude. Aaron Rodgers wearing that like that old white, like he looked, you know what he looked like? You remember when Snow White and the Seven Dwarves and the dwarves are going to bed and they have those stupid
Sleepy.
raggedy pajamas? That's what he looked like, dude. He looked like an idiot. And he's playing like an idiot, dude.
He is an idiot.
I love it. The dude's too old, man. He's too old. He doesn't matter what happens. Doesn't matter if he goes somewhere else. He
Well, it
will
don't
not
matter.
find success again.
He's got a documentary coming out on Netflix, so he's just selling it now.
Oh, shocker. Shocker. The healing powers of ayahuasca.
There we go. Is the Jets' job an attractive spot for a coaching candidate?
Yes. Yes. I think it is, dude, because they have so much talent on that roster. Saleh was a good coach. Yeah. Exactly, Ted.
Ted knows his shit.
Yep. Dude, Saleh was a better coach than they give him credit for, dude. And they ran Saleh off, and I get it. But, like, look at the quarterbacks that he had to work with. They had a better record, I think, with Zach Wilson than they do with Aaron Rodgers.
Yep. Yeah.
So what are you doing?
Yeah.
It starts at the top of the Jets.
Yeah.
Shit
They've
rolls
got
downhill.
some solid wide receivers. That defense is better than it's playing. I don't know what the problem is. Sauce Gardner's kind of
if you got issues in the locker room like that, though, dude, it's gonna show up on the field, man. They're making all these changes. Saleh was a defensive mind, dude. And that Jets defense they at least played with pride with Saleh when the offense wasn't doing anything. Now, dude, I mean, hey, dude, they're showing up on my chart. They've led up to
you show up on a chart, you're in trouble.
Dude, you show up on the chart, you're in trouble. Chart, you are in trouble. 5th most rushing touchdowns allowed from this Jets defense. I would have never guessed that, dude. But what else? What else from your best bets? Did you Neffy special work out for you?
Nope. I missed one leg of. I had Tennessee plus 16, so Washington rolled. That Washington offense got back going.
Yeah, dude. They were up 21-0 in the first quarter, man, and there was no.
Yeah.
If they would have been up 10-0 in the first quarter, dude, Tennessee would have had a chance to backdoor that cover. But dude, that was so demoralizing. Tennessee tried to come back, and I think Levis threw an interception late. I was kind of paying attention to that a little bit.
You think? Yeah.
I know.
Jaden Daniels had 4 touchdowns in that game, 3 passing, 1 rushing.
But dude, he keeps getting hit, man, and these wonky little injuries. He was shaking his hand, he was shaking his leg out, he was shaking his foot out. Washington's going to be an interesting team if they can. They'll probably get in the playoffs, right?
I think so.
Do we got an NFL playoff picture yet for the NFC? I've seen the AFC because we
we can. Let me pull one up.
There we go. So they're going to be. I mean, they're going to be battling with. So this is what I want to see, and I'll touch on this a little bit. I want Atlanta and Tampa Bay. They're both 6-6. I want those teams to just as close to win out as possible, dude. I want pure chaos in the NFC, man.
That NFC South is. Atlanta sucks. Atlanta, I don't know what. Dude, Cousins was terrible.
We're going to talk about that in a minute. We're going to talk about that. Because I had the Chargers. So you're looking at Washington right now as let's see.
Man, they're 8-5. They're 3rd right now in the wild card. You got Minnesota, Green Bay, and then them. Then you got right on the outside, you got Tampa Bay at 6-6, Arizona 6-6, Rams 6-6, San Fran 5-7. Dallas 5-7. They're right with San Fran.
Isn't that crazy?
I think
so the whole NFC West.
yeah. And Washington. So Washington's schedule. They finish off with the Saints at New Orleans. They're at home against Philly. Tough one. At home against the Falcons.
Huge implications there.
Big game, yeah. And then last game of the season at Dallas.
That's going to be a tough game for them, dude. Dallas is not going to let them get in. If Washington needs to win that game to get a wild card, Dallas isn't going to let them come into their house and do that. Hell no, dude. That's not an easy schedule, man. At New Orleans too. That's after the bye week, right? Yeah. The Washington's on bye this week. At New Orleans, dude, is going to be an awesome game. And I think right now,
So
just go ahead, go if you get
here's
your lines out there, play the over.
Here's so for instance, Tampa is one of the 6-6 teams right behind them. They've got
I got
the
their schedule coming
Raiders
up too. Yeah, go ahead.
Raiders, Chargers, Cowboys, Panthers. It's a little bit easier
Saints.
schedule.
Saints
to finish it out. Yep.
It's at the Chargers. It's at the Cowboys. And then home to the Panthers, home to the Saints. And then I have Atlanta's schedule right next to it on here. Atlanta is at the Vikings, at the Raiders, home to the Giants, at the Commanders, home to the Panthers. I think Atlanta's schedule is a little easier.
A little easier. Yeah, I agree.
Right?
So Arizona, another 6-6 team right there. They're at home against Seattle, home New England, at Panthers, at Rams, finishes off at home against the Niners.
Dude, we'll have to do a whole segment on the NFC West.
Yeah.
We can't.
It's gonna be a shit show. We need to wait a couple weeks. That's all gonna change.
And hey, my original bet 6 weeks ago now is Seattle. Now they're back in front, dude. This has been NFC West has been insane, and it's only going to get crazier. I promise you. San Fran is not going away. What the Bills play the Rams this week. You think Atlanta throws Penix on it? No. Nope, not. They're winning. They're leading the division right now. The only way I see him coming on is if the division is secured, maybe the last week of the season. Give Kirk a break.
Wild West, Rebecca says.
A Wild West. That was like that was Scooby-Doo making a horse noise.
Yeah.
All right. I was on the Chargers money line. The Chargers are now 8-4, a team that I bet on to miss the playoffs this year. I didn't think that Harbaugh was going to get them up. I didn't think they were going to do it. They are now 8-4, firming up a grasp in the wild card spot.
Dude,
I don't know what to do with this Chargers team, man.
They are not that fucking good. They had no touchdowns. They had no offensive touchdowns in this game. That's crazy.
Atlanta, these are my notes here, right? Atlanta lost this game. The Chargers didn't win it. Atlanta outgained the Chargers 350 yards to 187 yards. They had 24 first downs to the Chargers 10 first downs, but Kirko had 4 interceptions, dude.
Yep.
4 interceptions. I mean, you can't overcome that. You just can't. Now, Dobbins is on IR, right? He was on IR for this game. He might be back for the playoffs, but it's Dobbins, dude. We don't know. Now, the big one, dude, was Ladd McConkey. He left the game with a knee injury.
He had 9 for 117.
Exactly. That's going to be huge for them. So, who do the Chargers? Are the Chargers? Do we know who the Chargers play this? Oh, they're against the Chiefs. Chargers play the Chiefs next week. Dude, and I think the Chiefs are 4-point favorites right now. That might be a hammer the Chiefs spot. I just like Pacheco's going to be getting healthy. I haven't looked at that yet, but with these injuries, man, if the Chargers will make the playoffs, dude, and my hope is that I hope the Bills somehow play the Chargers in the playoffs. And
I hate Harbaugh. I hate the Chargers. So
I love Harbaugh, dude. I think Harbaugh's a great coach. I like them in San Fran. I like him I liked him at Michigan. I like that he's cheated. I love all of it. So I had it last Tuesday's show. I talked about these trends, and I got a couple for week 14, but the Chargers are 2-1 ATS after a loss. They were -2 in this game to Atlanta. 3-2 ATS on the road. 3-1 ATS is a favorite. The trend comes through. Last Tuesday's show, I placed 4 bets on the show. I chose 3 of them as my best bets come Sunday. I didn't like anything else, dude. Now it turns out I went 3-1 on those predictions last Tuesday. Unfortunately, the one loss was Tampa Bay -6, who I put as one of my best bets, dude. Carolina's just got some fight in them, dude. Carolina has got some fight. Little Brycey Young, gaining a little bit of confidence, dude.
Got
And
his
I'm going to say
confidence
it.
back.
Serper's out there banging the drum, dude. And I'm just telling you, Carolina is almost feisty. Almost feisty.
I agree.
There's a huge problem, though. They travel to Philadelphia this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
They'll knock them back down a little bit.
We'll see how feisty they are when
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley goes up against Carolina. Lets up the most rushing yards in the league. And they let up, what is the stat that I have here? I clipped the whole rushing. Bucky Irving went 25 carries for 152 yards and a touchdown, average 6.1. Rashad White went 11 carries for 76 yards, average 6.9 on the ground. The whole team, they went 39 carries for 236 yards on the ground. What do you think that Philadelphia is going to do to Carolina on the ground?
Oh, Hurts, Barkley.
Not going to be good, dude.
Yeah.
Not going to be good. And, you know, Bryce had this good game. You scroll up here and you go and look at the chart, dude. And I talked about this. Tampa Bay, 3rd most passing yards allowed. 7th most passing touchdowns allowed. Bryce Young, all of a sudden, magically has one of his best games of the year. Kev, shocker? No. Jake, consult the chart. Jake. I know he could hear me somewhere yelling at him. What's Ted saying in the chat?
Saquon and Josh Allen in a 2-man race for MVP.
They won't give it to a running back, I don't think. He'd have to break the all-time rushing record.
If he breaks the Eric Dickerson 2000 whatever,
it's a lot.
I could see it. That'd be the only way, though. That'd be the only way, I think.
They wrap up that division. Is Saquon playing the last game of the year? Probably not.
I think he's got to average 100 and something yards a game to be on pace for it, which, you know, he rolls out a couple 150-yard games and they can kind of not have to get – I mean, it's possible.
Yep. That's a team, though, that's a team that does not want to end up like San Francisco and run Saquon into the ground like they did to CMC and then come up short. You know what I'm saying? They want this guy to be healthy. I think they'll be a little bit smarter with him.
How many games did Eric Dickerson do that in, though, also?
Back then, 6? I don't know.
Was it a 12-game schedule back then? So apples to apples, maybe not, you know, but it'd still be good to see, though.
Let's see. What that was in 1984, 2,105 rushing yards. Sorry, give me.
That's a solid Rams.
16 games.
Too.
16 games. Okay. Man, he had 1,800 the year before, and then he went for 1,800 again 2 years after.
Hey, Eric Dickerson was a beast, man.
Woo!
Had the rec specs on, rocking,
dude.
Just rolling.
He averaged 5.6 yards a carry that year.
Hey, you know he'll be on that SMU. Hey, you know he'll be on that SMU sideline.
Oh, absolutely, dude. Oh, dude, that would be such a sick jersey. I like jerseys. You know, we have a show on Do Network called Analytics Are for the Nerds, and I was listening a few weeks ago, and they were having a jersey debate. If adult men should wear jerseys of other adult men, dude, I'm for it. I love it. I love it, dude. I'm a jersey collector. I like to wear them. I don't know.
I don't wear them like I don't wear them like I used to, but dude, if I'm going to a game, like if I'm going to
dude, it's always a jersey at a game.
I've got Christmas presents from my brother-in-law who's in the chat. I got baseball, basketball, football. Like you got it. I've got throwbacks. Now I did quit buying any Raiders jerseys unless it's a throwback because obviously their draft has not worked out. Here we go. What we got? I'd love to see a good jersey out in public. Yep. There we go.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yep.
Can you imagine dude, a Dickerson SMU jersey, dude?
Oh, dude. Oh my God.
I love those SMU jerseys.
Legendary throwback. I might just start. Hey, I might just start pulling them out of the box. Start wearing one at show. See what we got.
I got my Matt Milano jersey tailored this year, so it'd fit better, man. Like, come on. I love them, man. I don't care. You're never too old to wear another man's jersey, dude. You're never too old.
I got the Reggie White Eagles jersey, dude.
That's dude. What color?
It's the green. It's the
dark
Kelly
or the
green.
Kelly?
It's the dark green. It's the dark green, I think. Yeah, it's not the Kelly green.
Kelly green, dude. We need to have once the off season comes, dude, and we're scratching for topics, a jersey draft.
Yep. Oh, I'm down with that. Draft. That's a good one. That's a good one.
You know, shout out, you know, my wife and my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law is from South Philly, so they're both Flyers fans, Philadelphia Flyers. And the Philadelphia Flyers, all black jerseys, dude, with the black pants, the black socks, the black bucket with the orange and then the white letters. Some of the best jerseys in sports, dude. They're just so clean to look
at. Not a hockey guy, but the only Flyers guy I remember is Eric Lindros.
Yeah, no, he was awesome, dude.
That's it.
He was drafted by Quebec. He was supposed to be the man.
Okay, Rebecca's in on the Kevin. We're a different jersey show. We can bet on what team.
There you go.
I've got some good ones in there, man. I've got some good ones. Yeah,
dude. I got a Mario Williams in my closet. I got a LaShawn McCoy in my closet. All Bills.
We need to, we need to see who's got the worst jersey in their closet.
Oh my gosh.
I'd probably get you beat.
Probably.
I don't know, man. Some of the Bills teams were bad too, though. I mean, the Raiders, like back then,
for sure, dude. But those Raiders,
oh yeah,
gross. All right. Anyways, so I was on Tampa Bay -6. Obviously, they won by 3. Now they are tied with Atlanta. We talked about their schedule. You got an OJ. No, I gotta put that comment up.
Yeah. Got the OJ, got the Aaron Hernandez.
I don't got the OJ, dude, but I just bought these really nice pair of black gloves, dude. Really nice. Fine. Really nice leather. The juice is loose. That's right, Beck. Keep posting those chats up there. I said, dude, okay. We talked about Cincinnati. Pittsburgh +3. I clipped this. I didn't put it on the show. We'll follow us on TikTok. No.1.2.blame. Follow us on X, Facebook. Do Champions everywhere. We'll be clipping these out. We told you guys last week, this was the most classic Mike Tomlin spot of all time, dude. Pittsburgh is leading their division. They're going on the road to Cincinnati, division game, and they were underdogs. That is the Mike Tomlin script. If there's ever a Mike Tomlin script, that is it. So, yeah. Am I surprised Russell Wilson threw for 400 yards? Yeah, dude, 100%. Am I surprised they won? No. Pittsburgh +3. We booked it on the show last Tuesday, Kev. I also, the one I did clip, though, I'll put this in here. This was my other best bet from last week that I won. A couple bets that I have placed already. Get the lines in early. Arizona is 3-1 ATS after a loss. They're in Minnesota as a 3.5-point dog. Arizona is 3-2 ATS on the road, but they're 3-1 ATS as a road underdog. Arizona +3.5. I went and bet that right now. Dude, dialed in last week on the show, on Tuesday's show, mind you. We had some awesome bets from Sunday's show, but dude, I gave those out, and I got a couple more to give out today, but I do not like them as much as I did as these ones from last week. There are some sketchy trends this week, and we'll talk about some Week 14 stuff. Kev, I want to let's see, Jake. So we were behind. Jake moved to 10-0 on the Neffy special, including Thanksgiving. Jake is now 10-0. We clipped it. Here it is.
I got Philly +12.5. Like I said, I think they can win that game outright. So I'll take the 10 more points and go to 12.5. I got Tampa +4. I think they should win that game handily, and so I'll take the 4 points. And then Buffalo +4, same thing. I think they should win that game comfortably, and so I'll take the +4 points as well.
Shout out Jake, crushing the Neffy special. If you're not familiar with what the Neffy special is, 3-leg, 10-point teaser. It sounds easy on paper. Just go and do it. Go and try it. If you have success, throw it in the chat. Let us know. If you're losing at it, guess what? Yeah.
Take your 3 best bets that you like. Tease them to 10 points. Yep. Let us know how you do. Let us know how you do.
It's not as easy as it looks, but man, is it fun. Affecting a line by 10 points in the NFL, dude. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Live for those. I did not hit my Neffy special this week. I did though. So on last week's show, week 12, I went all the way to the top with the Jalen Waddle ladder. We will never, ever forget that. I actually put it on my resume. You can find me on LinkedIn right now. It says hit Jalen Waddle ladder. I hit a couple rungs this week. Yeah. Known D-Gen. Hit a couple rungs this week, Kev. We'll check it out. Drake London, 65 receiving yards, is one of my best bets of the week. I think Atlanta's going to want to get after this Chargers team. This Chargers team got lit up through the air by Cincy. I think Kirk O'Bangs at home knows that this is a must-win game. I'm going for Drake London. Big old ladder this week. The first rung is actually 65, right? Couldn't fit it on the graphic. The ladder is so big. It's a 2-story ladder. If you're painting your roof, you'd want to use this ladder. Drake London, 75 receiving yards, +121. Go to 85 at +167.
Feeling the music on that, too.
Dude, you like that? You like that?
I like that.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm getting creative with these clippings, man. Shout out.
You must have got a new producer for the show or something.
Yeah, we did. I had some time today. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it going. The music though, I like that. But yeah, man, dude. So funny enough, Kirk O'Bangs did know it was a must-win game, and boy, did he fold like a chair on Thanksgiving, baby. Woo! That was not good. That was some vintage Kirk. Now we're gonna get.
Yeah.
Who is Atlanta playing this
next week?
Week 14.
They are at Minnesota. Hey, a revenge game, baby.
You know what? They're getting 5.5 points too. Dude, I think I can co-sign Atlanta +5.5 right now, dude. Right now, you know that this is a Kirk Cousins show up. You like that special, dude? You know it is. Off of a bad loss. Dude, that Chargers loss, they were off of a bye too, mind you.
What did Minnesota do? What did Minnesota do last week?
They had to come back from Arizona, and they beat Arizona by a point. Yeah. Arizona +3.5. Yeah, man. So Drake London, 9 catches on 16 targets, and he only got 86 yards. So that ladder was, and I think he had like a bomb that either it was called back or that he dropped. Yep. He dropped it.
He dropped one.
Dude, went all the way to the top. Could have been a massive, massive day. We had a couple other bets from the show last week. Jake gave out Tyler Boyd over 2.5 receptions, I believe. That cashed. Jake was talking about, he was going off on this game, and so I put a little parlay in. We talked about all these last Sunday's show. Got to make sure you tune in. Jordan Addison, 40+ yards. Marvin Harrison Jr., 46+ yards. Dude, that parlay, alt lines were +132. That cashed. I gave out Ramondre Stevenson over 11.5 receiving yards. That cashed with ease. You gave out Anthony Richardson touchdown +160, which I tailed with you. Just a really, really good day, man. Oh, you know what?
Yeah. Higgins. I had Higgins.
I did hit my Neffy special, dude.
Oh, did you?
I did hit my Neffy special. Let's go. I had
Chase over 4.5 receptions. Hit that late. It took him late to hit that, which surprised me.
Yeah, I know.
How did you miss your Neffy special not hitting it?
I think if you go to I put it as 1-0 in the records. I don't know.
Okay.
So I had Pittsburgh plus 13, Arizona plus 13.5, and Tampa Bay plus 4. I actually, you know what? I need to go back and clip that, because when I put Arizona plus 13.5, Jake went, no, you don't ever want to put a team in there that could get blown out. You never, ever want to do it. Oh, I'm Jake. Oh. You know what, Jake? You put them in, and they almost went outright. How about that? It's called handicapping, bro. Shout out Jake. If Jake was watching right now, dude,
he'd be all over you.
Up.
Yeah, he'd be blowing that up.
You can't argue with Jake's logic, people. He is 10-0 in the Neffy special. 10-0.
True.
But yep, I got off the schneid, dude. I got back on 1-0 Neffy special last week. 2-1 in best bets. Having a pretty good year. Best bets 21, 17, and 1 on the show. Parlays we're not going to talk about, though. Neffy specials were 5 and 8, maybe somewhere around there. So we're taking some shots, people. You really come hang out Sunday, man. Once we get going on Sunday, we do 3 best bets, we do a parlay, we do a teaser. Then we get into the player props, and that's when we start having fun. The parlay prince Jake comes in. He starts casting spells and bringing up tickets that you can't even read because there's 84 legs on them. We have some fun on Sunday. Sunday's 10 a.m. Make sure you get in here. Kev, anything else from the NFL that glaringly stuck out that we did not cover?
Well, yeah, there's 2 things. I don't know if we have time to hit on both of them. It's either
we do
the Ravens, Philly, just the kicking, the fucking kickers. Like, last I stopped keeping track, they missed 20 kicks this week.
Yeah.
Tucker missed an extra point in 2 kicks. Moody missed 2 kicks. Raiders missed 3 kicks. Kickers suck. Kickers got to be playing football anymore. It's just, remember, like, was it early in the year or last year? We're like, oh my God.
Kickers, it was earlier this year.
They don't miss. They don't miss.
Yep.
Oh,
it was earlier this year.
Kickers suck.
Justin Tucker is cooked, dude.
Hey, he's cooked. You know, they're gonna treat him because he's a Ravens Hall of Famer. The dude's he's an all-time kicker. They're gonna keep him because he's that. But dude, he could be problem for them in a playoff game, man. You go even at home. They're home, Baltimore, bad weather, and they got to rely on playing some defense and some good kicks. They're man, they cannot feel confident in that.
Tucker is 19 to 27 on field goal attempts, and he missed 2 extra points.
36 or 37th in the NFL. So that means all starting kickers are better than him, and 4 guys that probably have been cut and are bagging groceries right now are better than him. That's a problem.
Dude, there has been some really, really bad performances this year. Week 13 was especially bad.
Week 13 was bad. Yep.
Chase McLaughlin missed
the worst week.
4.
Koo missed 1.
1. I'm sorry.
Field goals. Koo missed 1. Yeah.
Daniel Carlson had 3.
3, yeah.
Zane Gonzalez had 2. Jake Moody had 2. Eddie Pinero had 2. Joey Sly had 2. Justin Tucker had 2. Chris Boswell, Dustin Hopkins, Young Wei Koo, Chase McLaughlin. Holy moly, dude. Kicking is for losers.
Yeah.
And that
one other thing I got from
I had a note about this. No. Go ahead. Round it out.
That's the only other thing I had real quick on that game. Mark Andrews, 7 TDs in his last 8 games. So he's been kind of getting them touchdowns. Lamar's kind of putting back at the top of his pecking order again. So keep that in mind.
Ted coming in. You know, anyone still left in a survivor pool?
I know a guy.
Yeah, but it's so we play in something called King of the Hill, and it's not traditional survivor.
Yep.
You could take the team as many times as you want. And you
Ted gets in the same one. He gets in it.
Oh, Ted's in it?
Yeah. Not anymore, but he was in it.
Ted, I'm still alive in King of the Hill. There was let's see, how many
9,
entries were there this year?
300 or 400 or 370 or something like that.
400 something, and then you add the buybacks in, right?
Yep.
So it's an entry, and then it's like a double fee for a buyback. We are down to our last life right now, but there's only 9 people. Yeah. Kevin cashed in that one last year.
Yep. Who'd you take last week?
We've been living on the edge, dude. Kansas City.
Oh,
2 weeks in a row we were on
yeah.
Kansas City, dude, and we've just
been
sweating it out.
Them missed field goals saved you.
Oh my gosh, dude! The referees. If we win that,
And
dude, I'm
refs.
sending a check to the NFLPA or the NFL Referee Association, dude.
No, they're getting paid
$100
enough
check,
from Kansas City. They're getting paid enough by KC. They're good.
So real quick, back to kicking in the Arizona game. So let's see. Arizona kicked a 23-yard field goal with 3 minutes left to go up by 6 points. I liked it because it basically sealed my +3.5 cover. But why would you not go for it?
You got to make that a 2 point.
Down.
Yeah, you got to go for that on 4th because you want to score to make that a 2-score game or a 7. Yeah.
Yes.
That makes sense.
They were up 19-6. Minnesota's coming back, dude. You have a chance to. You got to go for it on 4th down.
There are so many instances when I'm watching football on Sunday that if my dumbass can come up to the conclusion that you need to go for it, how do 25 coaches on a sideline not come up with that theory?
Well, hang on, dude. You watch a lot of Raiders games, so
I'm talking about the Raiders game. Antonio Pierce brought out the punt team.
That's good.
And it had to call a timeout for somebody to kick him in the ass to tell him to go for it to kick the field goal. It's just crazy.
All right. Kev, before we go any further here, I want to hit a couple sponsors. Dubby, one more time, pull the graphic up. Dubby is a game-changing energy drink made with clean, high-quality ingredients designed to give you a smooth energy boost without the crash. They also offer an electrolyte drink to help you keep hydrated throughout your busy days. You ready to try it? Click the link in our bio. Use promo code DUE, that's DUE. Get 10% off your first purchase at DUBBY.GG. Promo code DUE, DUE, 10% off. We're also brought to you by Kayak Pools. Kayak Pools is the hassle-free pool experience that empowers customers to turn their own backyard into a fun and relaxing family destination. Summer is over. There will be warm weather in the Western New York area again. Think about the pool now. Do not wait. Also, Altered Grounds, show sponsor, St. Louis Metro East area. Kev, I'll let you close the show with the full ad read, but I'm talking about the pools. Free consultations year-round, $300 off your project at $3,000 or more with the code AGNOTB. All right, real quick, Kev. I'm going to let you close the show with the full read.
Give them the full thing here. Altered Grounds Landscaping, the area's top professional landscaping company. They're a family-owned and operated business serving St. Louis, the Metro East for 20-plus years. Their mission is to make your home or business stand out from the rest. They offer free consultations year-round. As Jesse said, $300 off your project of $3,000 or more with code AGNOTB. Talk about the pools. They're booking pools for 2025 season. That summer season will come up on you soon. So if you're having any thoughts about getting a pool for next summer, stay ahead of the game and contact them now for your 2025 pool projects.
So Jeff is wondering, dude, hit up Altered Grounds. Use promo code AGNOTB. Get $300 off any grounds you need altered, Jeff. You go frig off.
Groundlandscaping.com.
All right. So I wanted you to read that last because I still have one more small segment, but here we are, Kev. Maybe we'll play the video to close out the show. Week 14 look ahead. I talked about some trends last week. I want to go over just a couple. So Philadelphia is minus 13 at home to Carolina. Minus 13, even money. Okay, so that probably means Carolina is plus 13. They're minus 120, which means that line could probably come down a little bit. If you want to buy the half point, I did, and it gets you minus 110. I bet Philadelphia minus 12.5. Carolina is 1-4 as a road underdog with a loss margin of 19.2. They give up the most rushing yards and third most rushing touchdowns. It's a really bad spot, in my opinion, for Carolina, who has been feisty as of late. I just, Philly's got to keep winning these games, dude. They want that 1 seed. I think it's a bad spot for Carolina. Thoughts?
Man, it's a big number. This
For
could
a reason,
be.
dude.
I think Philly's gonna. My only worry is they're gonna run the ball down their throat. They're gonna just pound the rock. Does it limit? Man, it's still they could run the ball and still put up 35 points to 10.
That's what they do in Philadelphia, dude. Jalen Hurts, Saquon.
Normally, I'd be on the dog on a number that big, but I think I'm with you on Philly. Yeah.
I think it's time to hop off of whatever Carolina is doing right now. I got another one here. Cincinnati and Dallas over 49.5. I bet this one. Both of these teams show up on my chart, and both of these teams are playing each other. From when I started the chart 3 weeks ago, any time that two teams show up in the chart and play each other, they're 3-0 to the over. 3-0 to the over. Cincinnati.
What was that number?
Dallas,
what was the number?
49.5.
Yeah. Cincinnati's going to get 38, 35, at least themselves.
Dude, Cincinnati's defense is they're 1 point off each other on this, and they show up all the time. So rushing touchdowns allowed, Dallas is the worst. Cincinnati is the 6th worst. Passing touchdowns allowed, Cincinnati gives up the 4th most. Passing yards allowed, Cincinnati gives up the 8th most. Rushing yards allowed, Dallas gives up the 4th most. I mean, I know Jake's going to be like, well, it's a big sample size, and you got to take us. No, this is the chart. Okay, we abide by the chart. I'm taking the over 49.5. It's big with Cooper Rush, dude. I get it. I understand all that. Just give me the over. All right, this other one's ugly, dude. Hold your nose. New Orleans at the Giants over 40.5. Again, both of these teams are on the chart. Now, we have some bad trends here, but you have to remember that Daniel Jones was the quarterback. The Giants are 1-5 to the over as a home underdog. Not great. Not great, right? Now, on the other side, though, New Orleans is a positive team as the favorite to the over in just about every situation, especially as favorites. So if New Orleans is a favorite, whether they're at home, whether they're on the road, whether they're coming off a win, whether they're coming off a loss, whether they're coming off a bye, no matter what, New Orleans is a positive team to the over. Over 40.5. I think whether it's Locke or DeVito, I'm actually kind of hoping it's Locke because he was slinging it at least.
He'll throw it.
I'm going over 40.5.
I like it. Dexter Lawrence is out for the Giants also. Yep. That keeps that pressure from up the middle on Carr. If Carr gets some protection, he could be okay. I like the over in that one.
The Giants give up the 5th most rushing yards, dude. So dial up a little Taysom Hill, a little Alvin Kamara, right? Rushing yards allowed, rushing touchdowns allowed. New Orleans
Kamara had the most rushing carries he's had in a long time last week. I think he rushed the ball like 25 times or something like that.
Yep. Passing yards allowed. New Orleans gives up the 6th most passing yards allowed. So look for maybe Malik Neighbors, Wan'Dale Robinson out there. I mean, both of these teams, as far as defensive DVOA, they're right next to each other. Not good, dude. And on the chart, they're right next to each other. Not good, dude. I'm going with the over. I'm following the trend, dude. It's just a numbers game at this point. One more, dude, and this is just for you, and we'll round our show out here. Las Vegas Raiders plus 6.5 at Tampa Bay. The Las Vegas Raiders, after a loss, are 5-4 ATS. Now, after a win, Tampa Bay is just 1-4 ATS. As a home favorite, Tampa Bay is 1-1. As a road underdog, the Raiders are 3-4. I liked what I saw out of O'Connell slinging the rock against the Chiefs, going up against a porous Tampa Bay pass defense that almost just gave up 300 yards to Bryce Young. I like the Raiders plus 6.5 on the road, dude.
Agreed.
You agree with them all.
And that's not good.
What could go wrong?
That's not good. Hey, we'll hit on this on Sunday's pregame show, but man, Aiden O'Connell, Jacoby Myers, and Bowers, they looked pretty good last week. Bowers is getting his numbers no matter who's at quarterback.
Someone said that Brock Bowers looks like a 46-year-old NHL veteran that came out of retirement that's getting one last shot at the Stanley Cup.
So Jessica will, Raiders game's on Friday, the Black Friday game, and
yep,
he's like, who's that? Who's number 89? It's like, that's Brock Bowers, Georgia tight end. So instantly she's like, okay, let me check this guy out. I go, all you gotta do is search Gronk Bowers.
That's it.
Like, that picture says it all. But the dude's a baller, man.
Yep,
he is.
So the last 3 out of the last 4 games, Jacoby Myers has been targeted more than 10 times. And he's had, last game, he went 6 receptions for 97. Game before, 10 receptions for 121. And then 4 games ago, 8 receptions for 105. Dude, Tampa Bay's pass defense sucks. Fire up Myers, fire up Bowers. I know the Parlay Prince is just licking his chops right now. Kev, throw up that snow removal video one more time before we get out of here.
Got you.
How about a little lo-fi snow removal to lull you to sleep? Hey. All right, Kev, that's a show, brother. Almost an hour 30 in. Recap show. I'm excited, man.
Yep.
Conference Championship Week, NFL Week 14 coming up, people. Cherish these moments. Cherish these moments. You got to cherish them. Hey. Good to be seen, brother.
No one to blame. Championship weekend coming up.
Hey, how about them Boo